Yeah, how long was she in Italy at that time?
She wasn't very long. And
she didn't stay after she buried him. She came right back.
After she buried,
she came right back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Papa was publishing anything.
Right away, you went back to doing nothing.
Yeah, doing nothing.
Okay.
So Mama says.
So she was the best business.
She sold everything she had. My father had a moulin.
Yeah.
You know.
What is that? Mill?
The grain.
The flour?
Flour. Make the
flour mill.
A moulin.
Yes.
They grind the grain and make
and why did he have to sell that? Why did they have to get rid of that? What happened to the cow or the horse?
Oh, that was the knuckle died.
No, the horse died that was pushing the mill around.
Oh, well, yeah, he got the whole.
He lost the horse.
He lost the horse.
So he had to close the mill down.
And he says this is the end. Yeah.
The horse is a very valuable possession in that country.
It was interesting that they had a barter system where you took 3 bags in, you kept 1 bag after the milling process, and the customer had the 2.
Oh yeah, and she had a big trunk, and they used to pay by grain.
Oh, I see. No money exchange.
No money. And then she used to sell the grain to other people that wanted it. That was like a business. It turned out to be like a business.
But the horse died, right?
Oh, yeah.
When the horse died, that was the end of the mill.
That was the end of the business.
Okay, Bob.
Talk about another side of the family. How about the Tomasickios and our favorite Uncle Joe?
Tomasicki was a big mouth.
What sort of stories can you tell us?
Don't let her say anything up close.
No. When you first got married and he used to come over and sit.
Oh.
And Dad used to come home.
Yeah. And I says, this guy, hasn't he got any friends? I got work to do because Nick used to come go to work at 3 and he'd come home at 12, you know. And I says to Rose, I says, listen, when your husband comes, you better come with him. Because I got work to do. I got to finish my work, I got to clean house, and Nick is going to come home. He comes, he sits on the veranda, you know, and then I was kind of sick, you know. I was going to have kids, and I says, I don't want to be alone. Nick, tell him. And she says, I can't. He'll hit Rose. Oh. He'd take it out on Rose. I said, well, I'm not going to suffer for her. I said, I don't want the man here. You know, and your father says, oh, put up with him. I said, I'm not going to put up with nobody. I got work to do. I got kids. And I says, I'm tired. And you're going to come home at 12 o'clock? Oh.
Okay, Grandma, you're on camera.
The weather is fine. Come here. The runway is clear. Hold on to the control wheel. It's time for takeoff. Oh, yes. Then 10,000 feet and still climbing. The houses and highways get smaller and smaller. You see that? Oh, then flying high above the mountain tops, over the clouds, see? There's aeroplane. Oh boy. There's the airport. In the distance, lower and the landing gear. He's gonna land. And a perfect landing. What a great flight. Oh boy, that's when you go in the aeroplane. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a good smell for the camera. That's a good smell.
Well, You're gonna learn to read too someday. You're gonna read. Do you know your ABCs?
Yes.
You do? Oh. Oh. This is the forest, yeah. Bambina, Get Lost. Text by Albert G. Miller. Random House, New York. Oh, look at here. They're all here. Oh. There. What's that?
That's the commercial.
What?
That's the commercial that goes on this book.
Oh, that's nice. See? Hi, Bambino, said Thumper. I hopped in to say that this is a wonderful morning to play. Oh, he found Bambina's mother. Oh, that's the mother. And said, will you please let Bambina come play with me under the trees? Yes, but stay very close to home while you play, because you'll get lost if you go far away. See that? He's trying to tell him to stay near the home. Oh boy, shouted Bambina. We're going to have fun. You said it, cried Thumper. Come, Bambina, let's run. See? See? Oh, forgetting what Bambina's wise mother had said, they soon left the path for the hill far ahead. They came to the hilltop, and what did they see? Two cute little bear cubs, way up in a tree. Oh, here they are. The bears were good climbers because they had claws like those on the ends of a pussycat paws. Oh boy. Right close to where Bambina and Thumper were standing, a nice friendly bird glided in for a landing. See the bird? You see? If I had 2 wings, Thumper told him, I'd fly, and then we could race through the clouds in the sky. The bird looked surprised. Now,
Why is he away from Bambi?
well, they're talking together, you see? The bird looked surprised. Now, that would be funny. Imagine 2 wings on the back of a bunny. See the 2 wings there? That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't look like
Funny. Say, Thumper, said Bambi, we've come pretty far. I think we're lost. Do you know where we are? Why, sure, Thumper said. Don't you worry. You'll see. I'll get us home safely. Just leave it to me. See, he was so sure. When Bambina bent over to smell a pink rose, he saw something yellow in front of his nose. What did, oh.
Bumblebee! I love Bumblebee!
He didn't like that, did he? You must be a bird, Bambi said. Is that so? The yellow thing fluttered its wings and said, no. If you had said butterfly, that would be true. And flapping its wings, off the butterfly flew. See? Isn't that nice? Oh, when Bambino leaped over a wildflower bed, see the wildflower bed? A black and white animal poked up its head. What is that? Yeah. Look, Thumper, cried Bambi. A black and white rose. Oh, the rose. With small shiny eyes and 2 ears and a nose. Oh, what a funny thing. funny. A rose? Giggled Thumper. Your eyesight is punk. This isn't a rose. It is Flower the skunk. Hi, Flower. He says, hi, Flower. I called Bambi. I'm happy to meet you. I'll race you, said Flower, and I'll bet I can beat you. See? You're silly, said Thumper. You're just a big talker. Big talker like you. You're silly, said Thumper. You're just a big talker. We move very fast, but you're only a walker. There. Then, a little while later, they stopped in the shade. See the shade? And Bambi says, Thumper, I'm really afraid. I think we are lost in the forest, don't you? Our friends answered Thumper, will help us get through. What have they done here? They waved to the bumblebees buzzing on blossoms and shouted, hi, fellows. See, they want to, now they know they're lost. 2 foxes and possums. Oh boy, oh look at here. They greeted the bobolinks. Look at the little bobolinks. Field mice, and loons. These are the loons. Doodlebugs, porcupines. Oh, isn't a porcupine ugly? Owls, look at the owl. And raccoons. They're cute, the raccoons, aren't they? Oh, look at the reds. Say, Possum, they cried, can you show us the trail? But Possum just snored as she hung by her tail. The bumblebees bumble. The doublebugs do. The loons only laughed, and the owls only hooed. The owls are supposed to be wise. You're like, wise as an owl? Said the mice, speak nicely to one and he'll give you advice. You see, when you speak nice, you get it. Oh, look at that. Then here, so Bambine spoke nicely to one grumpy owl, who answers quite wisely with rather a growl. Run that way, my boy, till you come to a lake, and there you'll discover the trail you should take. You see, you're gonna go on the lake, but hurry, keep racing, as long as there's light, or you will be caught in the woods overnight. They thanked the wise owl, and as fast as they could, they started to race to the lake in the woods. See them? They're running like mad. They're running so fast. The mole stuck his head out, and oh yeah, he stuck his head out and stopped the whole race. Then Thumper's, not seeing him, stepped on his face. Good.
What was that?
Oh, Bambine bent down very close to the mole, whose head was still sticking up out of the hole. We're sorry, said Bambine. That was a mistake. Can you tell us how we can get to the lake? The mole cleaned his whiskers and blinked at the light, and not even answering, sank out of sight. He went down there and got out of sight. And, oh, is this is true. What does it say here? A squirrel jumped down from the trunk of a tree. He says, I can tell you, just leave it to me. Stop wondering which of the trails you should take. Just follow your nose and you'll come to the lake. Oh, yeah. And since that was all he could take time to say, he picked up an acorn and hurried away.
I have it.
Oh, boy.
I was just typing text. Well, that's my book. That's
Wait a minute. Which book is it?
mine.
Sure?
I have it first.
Oh, you hurt his feeling. Why you want to be like that?
Well, it's my book.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's my book. It's my book so much.
Well, don't you lend things to your brother?
Well, sometimes.
Well, I think you should. Does he give you things? Huh?
Well, not to die. I only do the dad when he does.
Well, you should share.
Well, nice.
You know, lend one another and help one another and love one another and go together and take care of each other. What do you got there? They followed their nose and raced on ahead, and there was the lake, as the squirrel had said. See, the squirrel didn't lie, did she? On top of a lily pad, almost unseen, sat something quite lumpy and shiny and green. Oh.
Oh, I know that it's frog. That could be a frog, or it could be a glass, or it could be a lily pad.
Oh, I see.
And I'm a lily pad.
I see. Have you got room?
Oh, I'm white. I know.
Kind of tight, huh?
Oh, I'm white.
Said Bambine. What are you? And leaped to a log. The lumpy thing answered. Reed deep. Reed deep. I'm a frog.
Ribbit.
Oh, it's a frog. We're lost, Bambi said. Can you show us the way? Reed deep, said the frog, and that's all he would say. Oh, he wouldn't say very much, did he? The frog's 20 cousins, 9 sons, and a daughter swam up to the top and jumped out of the water. Look at that. A big family. Huh. All over the lake there were frogs by the heap, all jumping and splashing and croaking real deep. Oh, look at the frogs. An awful lot of frogs. And what's this?
Seals!
Just then a young otter took Bambi aside and showed him a mud bank where otters could slide. That's all mud. And they slide down. I'd love to watch longer, says Bambi. You're great, but we must go home, for it's getting quite late. You see, when it gets late, it's not wise to stay out. We're lost, see that? And we know it. Which way should we go? Just how can we find our way home? Do you know? Of course, says the otter. It's easy as pie. Just follow this brook, and you'll be there. Goodbye. You see? I wonder if he's telling the truth. Do you think he's telling the truth?
I don't know.
You don't? So Bambi kept running, and Thumper kept hopping. The 2 tired friends hurried home without stopping. You see, they were afraid they were lost, I think. Some fish swam beside them and cried to each other, "Hooray! Bambi's found the way home to his mother." Oh, they were happy. They were finding the way home to the mama. His mother at home had been worried and missed them, but now she was happy and hugged them and kissed them. Although we were lost, we are home, Bambi said. I thought I would never see you or my bed. That's silly, said Thumper. You're only a kid. I told you I'd get you back home, and I did. See? He did, didn't he? Oh, look at him asleep. That night in his home in the woods, dark and deep, as Bambi was dreaming, he said in his sleep, a fish is a swimmer, an otter a slider, a bear is a climber, a bird is a glider, a skunk is a walker. Ooh, a skunk, they smell. A frog is a jumper, and also a hopper, like our little Thumper. Isn't that nice? They like them, don't they? They like each other. They like each other.
Grandma?
And he had a load going and going, people going home. And he dropped them at College Street.
What, did he have a job?
Did he have a job? He was more of a bum than anything else. He couldn't hold a job
Where did you live?
because he thought he was, I don't, this'll slay you. He wouldn't carry a parcel.
He was no mule.
He wouldn't carry a parcel. He wouldn't carry a kid.
That's why he had the beer delivered to the house, because he wouldn't carry.
Wasn't that terrible? Well, of course we had go-karts. We call them go-karts, you know. But he wouldn't carry a child.
Where did you live? With your mother?
Yes, 62 Elm Street.
And then, when did he come to the United States? Why?
I don't remember the year. Wait a minute. He heard for America. Oh, when he came from the army, you know, they had to serve 3 years. When he finished his 3 years, you know, if they didn't serve 3 years, he would be arrested if he went back to Italy, you know. But he served his 3 years. He says, I'm free. I can go and come. So he came to America. You see? And he didn't go back to visit Italy, oh, I don't know how many years. I had all the kids. And who was it that was going to go to Italy? He says, I want to go to Rome. He was going to be a priest, that guy. I wish he had. But anyway, he didn't.
Why did he come to the
He
United?
broke the line.
Why did he come to Detroit?
What?
Why did he come to Detroit?
Did you, there was a good reason. Ford, he read on the paper, Ford was paying $5 a day. And he says, that's where I'm going. And he didn't know how to hold a hammer in his hand, you know. And he came to Detroit, and he saw Ford, and he went into Ford, and he got a night job. At night, he says he took it because half the time they slept under the benches. He didn't know how to work. He didn't know the hammer from the head or the handle. Not Nick, he was going to be a priest.
How long did
Many
he?
times I said, oh, I wish you had been a priest, man.
How long did he work at?
You've been such a poor worker.
How long until you came to the United States? When did you come?
Oh, 4 years before he had been 4 years in
Detroit.
America. And all the time in Mama's house, they lived. They practically owned that house. They paid rent, you know. And so John says John was the ruler. You know, Mama was old. She got me when she was 45 years old. So when I was ready, look at how old she was, 65, I think. So they lived next door. They rented the house. And I wanted to marry Charlie DeRose, but he was a Calabrese.
So,
They didn't like that, and he was a lovely boy.
so you came to Detroit?
But Nick was Barese, from Bari. That's Bari in Italy is supposed to be a good place, you know, like Rome first, then Bari. Then. What did you ask me?
When she came and where they lived and,
To where, Detroit?
yeah.
Nick came first to Detroit, and then you came how much later? You had kids?
Oh, I was already, wait a minute.
He came first to Detroit.
Oh, to Detroit.
And then you
I thought-
came, you had your 4 kids already?
Yeah, he says, I think we're going to stay in U.S., United States. And I says, oh, I can't leave Mama. And I says, John says, what's the matter with that man? What are we going to do? You can't leave. Mama was old, you know. I says, well, Jerome there, so I'll take Mama and Papa. It's got to be someplace. John says, you can't leave Mama and Papa here alone. I says, well, then we had to issue papers that she would never go on the welfare. So with me and my husband and Jerome and her husband, that was enough substantial, she didn't have to go, they were sure. But she was never to go to the welfare when we came to Detroit. That was, I don't know, a law, I guess.
And did she live in the house with you?
And, oh yeah, she lived with, no, we got a house. Yeah, first we built the cottage first, you know, and I lived in the cottage, the 4-room. And then we built 556, the front house, with the upstairs. And Margaret and William came to rent. Margaret was a young girl, and William was
Art.
a man, you know. Yeah.
Art.
I says, they looked at the place upstairs and says, we'll rent it. So I said, well, all right, if you want the place. So when Nick came home, I says, I don't know, I rented it to a husband and they says they're husband and wife, but she's so young, and he's a heavy fella, William, you know, was heavy. I says, I wonder if I did right. But I said, they looked at the place, all right, we'd rent it. And they came that very night. And the next says, what did you do? I says, what did I do? They accepted the place, they gave me the rent. You know, I don't know if they were husband and wife, but I said, she's young. And he's quite heavy set and much, much older than her. Well, I says, they're husband and wife, what's the difference? Even if they're not husband and wife, what do you care? They're not going to live downstairs with us. They're going to live upstairs.
How many years were they tenants?
Huh?
How many years did they live?
Oh, I think 21. They owned the house. They could have bought a house.
You were lucky that you didn't lose and have to
Lovely,
re-rent.
lovely. Margaret turned out to be she never went out. She stayed morning till night with the kimono.
She smoked,
She says,
didn't
what's
she?
the matter with those people?
Didn't she smoke a lot?
Yeah, she smoked, but she stopped.
Yeah?
Joe, he says, you know, if she had asthma. He says, stop that smoking, Margaret. That's what's going to kill you. you know. She couldn't breathe. She'd come downstairs, but to go upstairs, she'd have to stop in the middle of the stairs to take her breath to get up. They had asthma. And Joe says, Margaret, I think you should stop smoking. And she says, do you think that would help? Joe says, I think it would, Margaret. And she stopped.
You. Where'd
Oh,
you
yes.
work? Where'd you work? At Crowley's?
Crowley's.
In the linens?
And I says, why did I go? No, they were asking for people. And Hudson was paying better. But I got Crowley's. I read it. No, it came over they needed sales lady.
So what department were you in?
And I says, I'm going down there. And I went there. I read and wrote out an application, what education I had. Evidently, they liked everything. And I was hired, and I was put in the lamp department, selling lamps.
You could have been in the linen department doing nice folded.
I wanted the linen department. They put me in the lamp department. I says, is this the only, well, I says, it's all right. I says, I'd like to be in the linen because I like to fold and put away. She said, well, there's no opening there. The lamp department. I says, okay, the lamp department.
Did you buy lamps?
And I says, do I have to dust the lamp? No. She says, we have a lady. I didn't want to do the dusting, you know, or the tables or, and I said, do I have to do that work? I says, I don't want to do that work. And it says, no, that's not up to you. You just sell. Oh, I says, all right, I'll sell.
Did you sell
She
a lot?
put me, because I guess I could speak and I could write, you know.
Close.
I could write, read and write and everything. And she put me the moving stairs, and I was the first table. She put me there.
How long did
I
you
was
work
young,
there?
you know. And I had a dress, a tailored dress, black. Just well, you know, what they call, just plain. It had 2 pockets, black. We had a dress with a black dress. And boy, was I busy, because the stairway, the moving stairs, came right to my desk almost, you know. So I was her, and that other woman, her name was Robertson, I'll never forget. She used to get so mad. She used to meet them at the stairway. Says, I want to, oh, this'll slay you. I had spoken with the lady with the diamond earrings. And I got afraid. I said, I wonder if I should take those earrings off. If somebody tells a man, you know, a young fella, maybe they'll cut the tip of my ear to get my earrings. And I went home and I says, you know something? I'm considered the woman with the diamond earrings. What will I do? She says, well, what's wrong about that? I says, somebody might come and cut my ear, you know, to get the darn diamonds. She says, well, where do you think you'll be when they're doing that? Nick says.
Where did she get the diamonds?
I says, well, I don't know. Some nut might come up and say, there's a woman up there with diamond earrings.
Where'd you get the diamond earrings?
Huh?
What?
Well,
Where did
that was his present. Instead of a ring,
Uh-huh.
I just got the wedding band, and he gave me the earrings. I had little drop earring, little wee, like a bead. They were cute.
Did you have long hair for a long time? Didn't you have very, very long hair when you got married?
Yes.
How long was it?
Oh, I had quite long hair.
Was it
Finally, one summer, it got so hot.
how did you comb it? How did you fix it?
And how did I fix it?
Yeah.
It braided in a basket and sometime around here. One braid this way.
Was it this color? Was it brown?
Oh, it was long.
Was it this color though?
Yes,
Brown?
brown. Gutstein, they call it.
And so you cut it?
Oh, yes. It was a hot summer, and I says to myself, Margaret was upstairs. I says, my mother's going to get awfully mad because we were going to come and visit in the summertime. I says, I think I'll go and get my hair cut. And I sold it, oh, your Letty sold them for $10, 2 braids. They grabbed those 2 braids. I said, Letty, I think we should have got more for them. Oh, they were tough hair.
When you had hair that long, when you went to bed at night, was it in braids or you let it down? When you slept, what did you do?
I used to wear them around like that.
But you sleep with it like that, or you take them down when you sleep?
Sometimes I used to take them down, take the hairpins.
Yeah.
I had a lot of hair.
How did you?
Finally, one summer it got so hot. I says, what am I doing with this hair on my head? And Margaret, and she looked so nice. I says, I think I'm going to get my hair cut. And I says, I thought about it and thought about it. And we were going to come to visit Mother. And I says, oh my goodness, what will I do? Anyway, I went and got my hair cut.
What did Nick say?
And
What did Nick?
It was straight like a poker. And I said, oh my goodness. So we were going to come to Toronto, and I had a hair done. Beautiful. $1.
What did Nick say?
I said, I can't afford $1 a month to get my hair fixed. It was so poor.
What did your husband say when you got home with short?
Huh?
What did your husband say when he saw your hair short?
Well, he liked it. Rather a growl. Run that way, my boy, till you